Okay, boys and girls, let's continue, please, with Seeds of Change. We're on page 288 and 289, please. Okay. And remember, boys and girls, biography, chronological order. And as you can see, this is Wangari, and you can see, she's grown. So time has passed. Now remember, she went to school in the capital, Nairobi. She wanted to continue her education, and look at her surroundings, boys and girls. Look at the illustration. What do you think Wangari is going to school for? What is it do you think that she's studying to be? Okay, you have lots of clues. Okay, and if you thought scientist, you're correct, boys and girls. So let's read about her schooling. Okay, it says Wangari was an excellent student, and science became her favorite subject. She especially loved studying living things. Air, she learned, was made from two molecules of oxygen bonded together. Bodies were made up of cells. Leaves changed color because of photosynthesis. As graduation neared, Wangari told her friends she wanted to become a biologist. Not many Native women become scientists, they told her. I will, she said. Wangari would have to travel halfway around the world to the United States to study biology. She had never left Kenya and had little money, but with her teacher's help, she won a scholarship to a college in Kansas. America was very different from Kenya. In college, many of Wangari's science professors were women. From them, she learned that a woman could do anything she wanted to, even if it hadn't been done before. While Wangari discovered how molecules move under a microscope lens and how cells divide in petri dishes, she also found her strength as a woman scientist. After she graduated from college, Wangari traveled to Pennsylvania to continue her studies. Letters from home told Wangari about changes in Kenya. The people had elected a Kikuyu president, Jomo Kenyatta. Proud of her country and proud to be Kikuyu, Wangari decided to return home to Kenya to help her people. America had changed Wangari. She had discovered a spirit of possibility and freedom that she wanted to share with Kenyan women. She accepted a teaching job at the University of Nairobi. Not many women were professors then, and even fewer taught science. Wangari led the way for other women and girls. She worked for equal rights so that female scientists would be treated with the same respect as male scientists. Okay, boys and girls, let's discuss what we read. And again, biography, time is passing in chronological order. She continued with her education, and she loved science. She learned about molecules of oxygen bonded together, the molecules that make up air. And here, boys and girls, the definition, the two molecules, the molecules of two different elements, nitrogen and oxygen, make up about 99% of the air. So the two molecules that make up air, boys and girls, is nitrogen and oxygen. Okay. And she learned that also that leaves change color because of photosynthesis. And photosynthesis, boys and girls, is a process by which green plants and some other organisms use sunlight to synthesize foods from carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis in plants generally involves a green pigment chlorophyll and generates oxygen as a byproduct. Okay, so photosynthesis is a process used by plant and other organisms to convert light energy into chemical energy that can later be released to fuel the organism's activities. So photosynthesis, boys and girls, is all of these parts working together: the sunlight, carbon dioxide, oxygen, carbohydrates, and water. And so it's a photosynthesis, and it generates oxygen, boys and girls. Okay. And she wanted to become a biologist. A biologist, boys and girls, is a scientist who focuses on living organisms, including plants and animals. Can you infer, boys and girls, why she was interested in becoming a biologist? Do you think about when she was younger? I'll give you a second to think about it. And if you were thinking, boys and girls, because she grew up and in her village they respected all living things, and remember the tree about plants and animals, so maybe that's because of her childhood she was influenced to become a biologist. And her friends told her not many women become scientists, not many native women, but that didn't discourage her, boys and girls. She still wanted to do it. But the thing is that she had to travel to the United States to study biology. And her teacher helped her get a scholarship to go to college in Kansas. Scholarship, boys and girls, is you fill out some paperwork and you're awarded some scholarship, which is money, which you use to go to school. Okay? And she continued learning about science. And once she was in college, she traveled to Pennsylvania to continue her studies. And that is where she learned that a Kikuyu president, the president of Kenya, came from her tribe, the Kikuyu tribe village. So his name was Jomo Kenyatta. And here's a picture of that president, boys and girls, Jomo Kenyatta, and he became first president of Kenya from 1964 until his death in 1978. So, boys and girls, this gives us a timeline as to when the story was taking place. And so the story is at this point in the story, in this page, the year is 1964 when he became president. Okay. And so she wanted to go back home and help her people. And when she did that, she accepted a job in the University of Nairobi. Remember, that's where she went to school. She started. And she's a professor there. She's going to be teaching science. And she worked for equal rights so that female scientists would be treated with the same respect as male scientists. Because when she was in the United States, it said that it changed her. America had changed Wangari. So, because of being in America for those years, she discovered a spirit of possibility and freedom that she wanted to share with the other women. And so it gave her the courage to continue, boys and girls. All right, we'll stop here for today and we'll continue. Thank you, boys and girls.